last November, I jacked my face up. I mean, guys, like my skin, because it was so burnt and dry, like it was producing so much oil, countries started fighting over it. So much butter. It was traumatizing. I wanted to do a skin transformation video because I was looking through my photos the other day, and this photo was taken back in April. And I remember taking this photo and thinking, oh my gosh, I wish I could just fast forward 6 months into the future. But I'm gonna let you know how I got from that to this in 6 months, because I'm looking at these pictures and it is like just a total transformation. And I did a lot of things to get to this point where I'm at now. First off, okay, I'm not an esthetician or a dermatologist. Like I'm just a girl. So, but this is just what had worked for me. I was dealing with clogged pores that completely caused like the worst breakout of my life. I also was dealing with broken blood vessels. I was dealing with hypopigmentation and hyperpigmentation. If you're having skin issues, like you really need to see a dermatologist. I'm gonna break this up into parts because there's, like I said, there was quite a few things that I did, you know, and I think I attacked it in all areas. I attacked it topically, I addressed things with my diet, and I addressed my stress levels, because I think those 3 things really contribute to skin issues with like acne and other kind of like health issues with your skin. But for me, I was also trying to just heal my skin from the deep dermal burn. So first off, I'll let you know what I was initially prescribed to. So this is the first step into taking care of my skin. Vitamin A. Topical vitamin A for your skin. It's like the holy grail of anti-aging, you know, acne. It's just so amazing for your skin. It helps your skin cells turn over at a quicker rate. So it's kind of irritating the top layers of your skin, signaling, exfoliating that top layer so those bottom layers, healthier, you know, newer cells can like get pushed up to the surface. So it's basically what your skin automatically does, but this just speeds up the process. So it can get a little bit confusing. Retinol, and there's Retin A. We've got retinol and Retin A. They are both part of like the vitamin A family. They both do initially the same thing. Retinols are like, you can get those over the counter. It is a lower strength retinoid. They're both under the retinoid family or vitamin A family. Oh, sorry. I know, like they're all like named so similar, and it's so annoying because at first I was like, wait, retinol, retin A, retinoid, vitamin A, what? But so now, so we got the 2 categories, retinol, Retin A. Retinol is a less potent version of it. You can get this over the counter. Usually this is mixed with some kind of like moisturizer or emollients, or, you know, other ingredients are usually in these like retinols, but you can just buy it, you know, like at, you know, at the store. But then you have your retin-As, which are prescription retin-As, vitamin A's, retinoid. So you need a prescription for this, and it comes in different strengths, right? I'm right now on the highest strength, but I build my skin up to it because it's a medical grade and it is potent. I mean, it works so well if you are consistent and you do it correctly, which is why you need a prescription for it, because I mean, you're not messing around with this kind of stuff, but it works so well. So that's what I am on, and that's what I was originally put on, and I started using this in February. So let me see if I can find a picture Okay, so this is like me in February, right when I started the Tretinoin, which is a brand of the Retinol. And there's a couple other ones. There's like Adapalene and a couple other ones. This is like a generic brand of it. And I have the 0.1. So initially you would probably be prescribed to the 0.025 and you work your way up to a higher strength. But there's one thing about Tretinoin or any kind of like Retinol, they're very, still even at a low strength, it's so potent on your skin. So you have to be nice to your skin and ease it into it, or else you will be completely red. You probably will be anyways, and this is normal. It's normal for your face to be red and peeling. That's the medication actually working. If you are having issues with acne, go to a dermatologist and definitely ask them about some prescription strength. But like I said, I don't know what kind of acne you have. You could get prescribed, I mean, if you've got acne on a lot on your chin and you keep breaking out on their chin, a lot of times they think that that could be like hormonal acne. So you'd be on different type of medications. There's also antibiotics, topical antibiotics and internal, antibiotics that you can take, so just if you go to a dermatologist, know that these are some of like the options. And I just want you to be aware of the things that they're going to be talking to you about, so you can just know exactly. You're not going in there like deer in headlights, like what are they talking about? What is vitamin A, retinol, retin-A? What? So if you go in there, this is probably one thing that they're going to mention to you if you're dealing with acne. And there's also like Accutane, which are shots, and that's like for very, very severe acne, which you've tried everything, all the medications, topical, internal, and like that's like your last option. But anyways, that is just the first part of this series. Is I got on Tretinoin, and I think that really, really helped. You're not going to want to use this like all the time, right? You're going to want to use this a peep, like a little tiny itty bitty bit at nighttime, and make sure it's at nighttime because the sunlight will deactivate the ingredients. It's an active ingredient, and the sun doesn't do well with it. It's going to deactivate it. So this is something that you use at nighttime or right before bed, and you just use a very small pea size. And at first you're doing it once a week, maybe twice if you've got more, tolerant skin. But if you got more sensitive skin, like, be good to your skin. Ease yourself into this because it's going to make you red and it's going to start peeling. Well, everybody's skin is different, but I just want you to be aware of some of like the major side effects, because it might look way worse before it gets better. But don't worry, like that's part of the medication. Red, peeling, and then, so this is what I'm talking about. This is called the Tretinoin purge, or the retin-A purge, or the retinol purge, or whatever kind of purge you want to call it. But anyways, this could possibly happen, and this happened to me where I had all of those little bumps from the different creams and the burn and everything, and just like all of like the breakouts were like underneath my skin, just festering, waiting to come out. And this made it all come out at a rapid pace. So that's why it looked so bad. So know that if you do have like the same kind of acne that I did, like those clogged pores and those little fleshy bumps, they might all come up to the surface like all at once when you're on this medication. And as much as like, oh my God, this is horrible, this is a good thing, because these are all breakouts that you would have had either way, but it would have been over a longer course of time, and you're just kind of speeding up this process and getting all of that nasty gunk out of your skin, get all those pimples out all at once, so that you can 6 months later look at your skin and be like, holy cow, huge difference. But anyways, so this video was just, I do want to say, okay, because this is exfoliating the top layer of your skin, you're peeling, you're dry, you're going to really, really need to be good with your skincare. I mean, just something very gentle, like a very gentle cleanser My dermatologist recommended just like the CeraVe brands, you know, they're very, very gentle and tolerant to most skin types. So you're gonna wanna use just a nice cleanser. You wait about, I usually wait about 20 minutes because I want my skin to fully dry before I put this on, because it's just, if it's a little bit wet, it's gonna irritate your skin a little bit more. So you want this on really, really dry skin when you're applying it. And also, you want to make sure you moisturize, because this, like I said, this stuff is extremely potent and it's gonna be drying your skin out, and you need to compensate that with some moisturizer. With that said, in the morning, you just cleanse and moisturize. And a tip to moisturizing, guys, moisturize with your face still wet in the morning. I love this doctor, Dr. Dray. You can watch her on YouTube. I get a lot of skincare tips from her and information from her, especially when I was like researching about skincare. A lot of her videos came up in so many different areas. So if you're interested, guys, make sure you subscribe to her. And this is where I got the tip from. She says to always moisturize your face after cleansing when it's still wet, so that that water absorbs into your skin and it gets locked in with your moisturizer. I mean, who'd have thunk? I didn't know you were supposed to do that. So anyways, in the morning after you moisturize, you make sure you've got a very strong sunblock, 30 plus. And I mean, if you are on Tretinoin, especially you ladies in Hawaii, you need to be wearing sunblock. Like, you need to be wearing sunblock, okay? Like, it's serious. Like, do you want premature aging? Who wants premature aging? I know we look beautiful with a nice tan, but is it worth premature aging? I think not. So, make sure you guys wear sunblock. Wear your sunblock every day, even if you're staying inside, even if you're like, it's cloudy outside, like, the sun's not even out. Wear your sunblock, okay? Because especially if you're on this, it makes your skin so sensitive. And if you are dealing with, you know, like hyperpigmentation from like acne, you know, you don't want to be out in the sun and have those scars all darkened. Like, this is supposed to be correcting your skin. And if you go out in the sun when you're trying to correct your skin, it's just gonna counteract and you're gonna end up burning your skin because it's way more sensitive, because it's all new, brand new skin that you're trying to come up to the surface. So protect your new skin with some sunblock, okay? So that's just the first part.